So I'll start this video with a quote. Do the work and good things will happen. You just never know when. I feel like that has pretty much summed up my year. I feel like I've put the work in and now good things are going to start to happen. Deciding to carry on playing professional tennis with very little funding and being unranked for the first time in 8 years. Carrying on the pursuit of something that I've wanted to do since I was a kid. Because I genuinely feel that good things will come of it. I've learned so many lessons from playing this game, been involved with so many influential people. Above all else, tennis has helped me recognise opportunities, on court and in life, and how to take them. And I guess this is where this journey is taking me, to an opportunity, something that I've never really done before. About a month ago, a very good friend of mine told me that he was setting up a pre-season, a 10-day trip, fully funded, hoping to get some of the country's top tennis players and coaches involved. So God knows why I was chosen to go. I heard that Kyle Edmund was going, and he'd been 14 in the world, and after injury, now he's on his way back up. And he was bringing his coach, Dave Samuel, who's taken so many players to the top 100, as well as training with players like Giles Hussey, who's had a career high of 304 in the world. So as well as great hitting and great training, I felt like I was going to learn a lot on this trip. And I know I still haven't told you where I'm going. It isn't Northfields, but you're just going to have to wait and find out. So somehow I managed to travel from Lincoln all the way to Heathrow in the middle of Storm Dara with very few disruptions. And I'd booked myself in at a travel lodge, ready for my flight the next day. I'd say the only real difficult thing about this trip was going away for 10 days at Christmas time. It was difficult telling Ella that I was going to be away for 10 days at her favourite time of the year, but I guess it was a small sacrifice for what I'd be getting in return. So the very good friend that booked this whole trip for us even arranged for us to fly on British Airways, which I'll admit was a slight upgrade to what I'm normally used to, which is Ryanair. So I met up with another fellow tennis player, David Quayle. And to be honest, we were a bit nervous as we were taking off in the middle of a storm. I'm not normally a nervous flyer, but it did get a little bit choppy. The service on the flight was pretty crazy, to be honest. We got 2 meals, drinks, snacks, pretty much anything we wanted, in-flight entertainment. We were both pretty happy. As I say, not the normal service that we used to. And the coffee was pretty banging too. And I'll be honest, I was pretty tired, but there were so many movies on here that I hadn't seen. And I just stayed up and tried to watch as many of them as I could. So the flight was about 6.5 hours in total. But as we were living the absolute life of luxury, it felt like it was about 2 hours. About 5 hours in, we discovered the games and found, although we were in our mid-20s, we are still massive kids.
It's alright. Looks pretty good, to be fair.
So, after one of the best flights I've ever been on, we touched down in Bahrain. So, me and David have just arrived in Bahrain. It is 3 in the morning and this place is insane. It's probably one of the nicest places we've been, would you say? Yeah, it's unreal. And it's 3 in the morning and it is shorts and t-shirts weather. Fantastic. So I'd never been to Bahrain before, but my first impressions were, it was pretty stunning. The people were super friendly and everything was just so clean. So our hotel was about a 20-minute drive from the airport. So we had plenty of time to soak in the views and see Bahrain. It's pretty stunning at night. There's a lot of bright lights. All the buildings are really well done up. And the closer we got to our hotel, the better it got. Now, we'd been booked in at the Meridian by Marriott, which, as I said before, this trip was fully funded. There would be no way that I would be able to afford this by myself. So very lucky and very grateful for the opportunity to stay here and to train here. What are your first thoughts, David? It's ridiculous. It's not what we're used to, is it?
No, it's a bit different to Sean.
Yeah, a bit different to the Futures events we play.
Yeah, a little bit.
Room 6.
This'll do.
This will do. Not bad. So not moving away from the morning rituals, I still had an omelette and porridge, even at the 5-star breakfast. And then we headed back to the room, got ready, and headed straight to the courts, which were pretty unbelievable. So as we did get to bed at about 4 in the morning, we tried to do as much as we could on court. I think it was about a 2.5-hour session, and me and David were pretty cooked, but we just tried to get through it. But this place was awesome. The food was crazy. Just the perfect nutrition.